Hello. Welcome to Dimensions, Getting Out of Bed, which is the name of this episode. The following is an attempt to recreate the events of today and yesterday. Accuracy may be affected by limited resources and no film crew. It's around 9:30 a.m. I've hit snooze on my alarm multiple times after having dreams about being put in uncomfortable situations with my family all night. I went to bed angry because I decided I was going to buy a new computer 2 days ago with the remainder of my grant money. And when I showed my husband Rye the computer, monitor, and keyboard I was going to buy, he asked if I was sure I was going to really use them. In response, I got super defensive and upset and said this was what I went to school for, and it means a lot to me, and I've been talking about it meaning a lot to me for ages, blah blah blah. Then Rye decided to leave the room. I decided to buy the new computer despite feeling insane about it. I need it because my current one can't handle editing videos, especially videos like this one. I'm having trouble waking up lately. I think it's because of the toxic relationship between Adderall and melatonin. Correction, I'm having trouble waking up lately without taking Adderall, and melatonin just makes it worse. Just to clarify, I take Adderall to stay awake and melatonin to fall asleep. Adderall tends to make it hard to fall asleep, and melatonin tends to make it difficult to wake up. I'm on 10 milligrams of melatonin and 20 milligrams of Adderall. I was on 30 milligrams of Adderall probably since I was about 7 years old, but I'm on 20 now because doctors won't prescribe me that much anymore. I've been checking CoStar compulsively every morning to provide guidance for the day. I feel like it's sort of unhealthy the way I do this and how much I think about it during the day, but who knows? A friend once told me that they have insider info about the CoStar writers messing with people's heads. My in-joke with Rye, because the app so often mirrors his advice, is that he runs CoStar and is secretly using it to control my life. When I open CoStar, I see that it says, a yes shouldn't be unconditional. I'm like, yes, I shouldn't unconditionally say yes. So true. I should focus on my own needs sometimes. But then I scroll down, and I'm alarmed to read that the next part of my horoscope says, do you really need this? This new project? This new person? This new thing? More is not always better. More often than not, it's just more. Upon reading this, I'm immediately feeling so defensive again, and now at this app. The new thing, in my mind, is the computer, which, yes, I do need it for my new project. The new project is my show, which, yes, I need to do. I publicly announced a couple of weeks ago that I'd be producing 2 episodes a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. While relatively unself-motivated, pushing this arbitrary and obscene deadline schematic into the public eye, even if nobody actually watched my content, helped me hold myself to a standard of productivity. And it worked. I'm so productive now. I feel motivated now to prove to Rye and CoStar and the world even more that I'm really serious about this. So I get out of bed and stretch. I notice some gabapentin on the floor, which I pick up and put away. Then I head downstairs to get my equipment. Camera, tripod, field recorder, this weird crab phone stand that I ordered online that I'm obsessed with. I try to put my camera on the slider thing for the tripod, but I need something to screw it in with. I try using this button that fell off my pajamas and has been on the table for like a month, but it doesn't work. I suddenly remember when I was playing a show at Berlin in Manhattan called Computer Wedding, and a film crew came to take footage of only my set for free. I brought my camera so we could have multiple angles. Long story, but a performance artist in the show named Dylan Fox saw me struggling with this slider while I was assembling my camera and asked if I had a set of keys. He then proceeded to show me that you can use a key to tighten the screw in place. I thanked him, and then when I was almost ready for my set, I pulled him aside and arrogantly said, "There's a struggling film crew over there that could use your help," then walked away, got on stage, and absolutely murdered it. All in raw HD footage. I usually have very little idea of how to operate any of my equipment, but I make it work. Thanks, Dylan. Our cat, 29, always wants to go outside as soon as I get downstairs every day, but there has been a holdup today with me getting all of the camera stuff together. Now that I'm ready to film letting the cat out, it's time to let this cat out and tell her that she's allowed to do one of her favorite things now.
You are so good. Hello. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, jeez. Do you want to go outside?
For some reason, she's not that happy with me. After Rye left the room last night, I called my sibling, and they said they'd watched my stuff and really liked it, so I loudly told them with tears streaming down my face how much that meant to me, hoping Rye would hear. I went upstairs to try and have the conversation in the bedroom and step it up a notch, but Rye was in there watching Joe Pera's stand-up special without me. This made me even more upset. I love Joe Pera. I felt ashamed about my behavior towards Rye, and I felt ashamed that almost every phone call I've had with my sibling recently has been one where I break down crying, but I'm not sure how to stay cool. Eventually, the cat decides to go outside, so I roll the camera and let her out. It's cold. I stay nearby to make sure that she doesn't run away or anything, but I'm not ready to go out there yet. I have more documenting to do. Well, the cat is outside. I stay downstairs so I'm close by and record monologues into my Zoom H6. I continually zone out while recording my monologue, but if I trip over a phrase, which seems to happen about every 10 seconds, or freeze up, I simply start over and figure that I will edit the pauses and mistakes out later. I abandon my monologuing and go see the cat. I realize that I need to get her consent for being filmed, so I ask her.
Do you consent to being recorded?
Yes.
29. Can I put this in a video today? I have to release a video today. Is that okay? Can you blink once for yes, please? 29, blink if, oh, thank you. Wait, what does 3 times mean?
Another thing that happened last night was that I went to sleep with the phrase, I'm triggered, I'm triggered, I'm triggered, repeating over and over in my head. Because I was really sure that I was legitimately being unreasonable. Rye is and always has been ridiculously supportive of everything I want to do and be in this world. In fact, I'm not sure I'd have the confidence to be doing what I'd be doing. I'm not sure I'd have the confidence to be doing what I'm doing right now if he wasn't in my life. So between seeing the co-star thing and going downstairs to get my equipment, I tell him about the whole idea I have, and we share a good laugh about it. Since he's such a huge part of this episode's narrative, I realized that I should include him in the episode, so I take the cat inside and go upstairs to get his consent.
Can you just say that,
What?
sorry, can you just say that you consent to being, filmed, and that, whatever I've said happened in this episode is true?
Are you worried I'm gonna sue you?
No, but I wanted to get a shot of this interaction happening.
I consent to that.
Okay. And all the stuff that I said is true? I know that you haven't heard any of
I
it?
haven't heard any. Sure, yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
I'm just gonna let the camera run, so...
Huh?
I'm just gonna let the camera run so I can incorporate some more shots of you working into the
Okay.
thing. Thank you.
Now it's time to start filming. I have to get back in bed. I use Eugene as a stand-in for myself to reference for focus. Eugene was a present from Rye, who stitched a mustache onto him before giving him to me. I love him, and I hold him almost every night before throwing him onto the floor at some point. Rye told me that he only watched Joe Pera for 5 minutes before falling asleep. Joe Pera is similar in effect to gabapentin. I remember that I picked the gabapentin up off the floor earlier, so to recreate the day, I put it back on the floor so I can pick it up again. I keep getting in and out of bed over and over, checking the lighting, checking the angle, feeling uncomfortable, moving Eugene, adjusting the pillows. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing today. There's no question. When I go back downstairs to edit, I lose myself in it for hours before realizing that my computer isn't charging anymore. This is really bad because it means if I continue editing, my computer will probably die in a matter of minutes. I check the charger and nearly burn myself. The charger has shorted itself trying to keep up with my computer. It's a good thing I ordered a new one. Should come in about a week. I hope I'll be able to release a video by then. This video seems like it's almost 3 times the length of the last 2 episodes I released, and it's at least 3 times the effort. This video is probably better than any video I've released so far. This video is